rest of our lives! 30 minutes for the rest of our lives! That's our bad right now! And the button! We're taking down shields! Protect him! I guarantee you that! For the rest of our lives!
Push it lane to lane, disappear like David Blaine. Made cash for the cars, didn't crash anything. Smoke the cool J.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Henny.
And this is Beers
and Beards.
And tonight we're drinking Hell's Bell. It's a Belgian style ale from a company called Big Boss Brewing Company. And this bad boy is loaded to kill at 7% alcohol by volume.
Hell's Bell, I'm loving it.
We're doing it right. It's October, that means Halloween is just around the corner. So we were talking about horror movies, and we were talking about series. And we were having a bit of a discussion. For me, 2 movies isn't a series. I'm talking about movies, the Friday the 13th series, 10, 11 movies, Nightmare on Elm Street, however many of those there are. But the best horror series, what in your opinion is sitting at the top of the mountain when we start talking about these horror series?
Undoubtedly, it's Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, Freddy Krueger is the scariest guy in horror history. There's so many reasons why. He's got the claws, they're intimidating. He's a bad guy. He's the kind of guy you wouldn't want to hang out with before he got burnt all to hell.
This is all true. But for me, I see things a little differently, and I'm really torn on this one. I always wind up hedging my bets when we do stuff like this. But I think Phantasm, the Phantasm series, I don't know how familiar you are with
balls?
that. Yeah, the ball and the tall man.
Yeah.
I think that is my favorite series. But I'm also a really big fan of the Friday the 13th movies. And I think maybe they win by volume, because there's like 10, 11 of those. As much as I love Phantasm, there's only 4. Although they fit together well, man. The 4th one is a perfect end. I love the Phantasm movies. Push comes to shove, I think maybe I go with Friday the 13th and my boy Jason.
Really?
Just by virtue of volume. Big fan, big fan. I was never as much of a Freddy fan. Like the movies, don't necessarily love the movies.
Which one would you least rather have coming after you?
Leprechaun. For sure, Leprechaun.
Have you seen Leprechaun in the Hood?
I have seen Leprechaun in the Hood. I try to watch all the Leprechaun movies. I make fun of them, but I enjoy them.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. You know what they say.
A friend with weed is a friend indeed.
So you're going Nightmare on Elm Street. You're going with Freddy. I'm going with Jason, the Friday the 13th series, although I really wanted to go in for the Tall Man and Phantasm, but quantity over quality. Quantity over quality. I called it Friday the 13th. Hoorah, go Jason.
I still think Freddy's scarier than Jason.
I can't agree with you.
He's the ultimate slasher. He does have probably the best music.
Good music, good kills, good movies, good movies. I even like the one in space.
He's getting disqualified, Bob. You should not have just reminded me. Jason
Great
X.
kill when he dips the girl's face in nitroglycerin and then he shatters her head against the desk. Great scene, great movie.
Freddy had
cheesy.
people cutting off their eyelids.
Freddy also had the Dream Master, my man Kincaid. Like, you had to be laughing at that stuff too. It was funny.
Probably my favorite one.
Oh.
I think I like the Dream Warriors.
I love my man Kincaid, but it was all kind of funny, you know. Kincaid did remarkably better against Freddy than the Wizard Master. I'll give him that, but it is what it is. Did they, is Dream Warriors, is that number 4? Is that the one where at the beginning Freddy's reanimated by a dog pissing on him? That's one of them. I promise. It's 3 or 4, somewhere in that.
I think that's 3.
I'm just saying.
Wow. Dream Warriors. Remember he had a girl inside of a matchbox. She had like the ant hands or something. It was crazy, man.
The puppet part, I think that's also in 3 or 4. That was creepy. I'm sticking with Jason.
I'll put the kids to bed.
Thursday night game, and we're having a good time with that one. I'm going out in left field. We're going to go ahead and also bust out our 3 questions for this week. And our first question concerns the 5-0 Kansas City Chiefs. Mm-hmm. Surprising a lot of people. Looking very good. Are they legit? That's the first question.
No, I know they're looking very good at 5-0. But I've seen this team at 5-0 before. I've seen it all fall apart before. They haven't faced the Chargers. They haven't faced the Broncos. And those are the only 2 teams that matter in that division. So, I don't think they're even going to win this game this weekend.
They can go head-to-head with the Chargers. I don't have any doubt about that. They're not as good as Denver.
No.
But they are 5-0. They're legit. They've won 5 games to start a season in the National Football League. That's legit. Second best team in the division, I believe. I don't think they can hang with Peyton.
I don't think they can hang with Rivers.
I think they can hang with Rivers.
Rivers could put up 35.
Rivers can.
Can Alex Smith do that?
He can't, but I think they can do a better job against Rivers. I think they can keep that down. Alex may only have to get 21, 24. Next question. Are the New Orleans Saints also 5-0 and the only team in the NFC who sits at 5-0 undefeated? Are they the best team in the NFC?
New Orleans Saints fans, I have been picking against your team all year, and they've been proving me wrong every step of the way. Well, I'm going to say that, yeah, they are legit. They're looking good. They have quality wins. I can't say anything bad about the New Orleans Saints right now.
I still believe that the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers
The Niners?
also are probably better teams than the New Orleans Saints going into the playoffs. This would be the toss-up for me. Where are they playing? All right, because even if you say New Orleans is the best and I lean your way, coming to Seattle, different story.
Yeah, I'll give you
Playing
that.
at Candlestick, perhaps a different story.
I think Drew Brees is pulling it off in Candlestick.
In Seattle, that's a much different question, and I'm just, I like the Saints, and that's a vastly improved defense, but emphasis on vastly improved. I still believe that we're going to see some wrinkles along the way. I don't know if I can go all in and say that the Saints are the best team in the NFC. I've got questions. Last of the 3 questions. Does the Jets' victory against Atlanta say more about New York or Atlanta?
I think the Atlanta Falcons is one of those teams that's leaking from a whole lot of places.
They're 1-4.
And one of them is Julio Jones. I think that says a lot more about the Falcons. I think it might be over for them. I mean, if Julio's gone for the year, or even any extended amount of time this season,
well, let's face it,
they might not make the playoffs.
With or without Julio, 1-4, they're in a hole right now.
Yeah.
Right? They're in a deep hole. I have to go with the Jets on this one, just because I've been throwing jabs at them ever since we started this program.
Yeah.
They look so bad coming out of the preseason. All right, that I was ridiculing them, and I thought we would be ridiculing them all year long. They're 3-2.
Well, when there's a Gino
looked good on Monday night. Mm-hmm. They put the most on him in that game, and he really came through. That was his best game thus far. I can't keep making fun of the Jets. I got to give them some praise. Atlanta's in a bad way.
Yeah.
I think there's still a ghost of a chance they can come out of this, but it's looking worse by the minute in Atlanta.
Yeah.
The Falcons faithful are not like in 2013.
And neither is Tony G.
The Jets are excited. The Jets fan base, they're pleasantly surprised.
Man.
This says more about the New York Jets.
You know something? Right now, they're the best team in New York.
Well, yeah.
The best team in New York. They're the only thing going in New York right now. So I think the Jets are looking good, but I picked against them last week also. I just don't think against a quality team like the New England Patriots, they're going to be able to string together a win. Let alone the Broncos.
Well, this is true. Still a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Y'all better get ready to roll, man. We moving real fast.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Henny.
Beers
and Beards.
We're picking the Sunday slate of games, starting with the 2-2 Green Bay Packers coming to face the champs, the 3-2 Baltimore Ravens.
Playing like chumps. But this week, I think they're going to get it done. Green Bay Packers ain't got Clay Matthews. Baltimore Ravens, they got something to prove. I think at home, they're winning this one.
I have more faith in the Green Bay Packers at 2-2 than Baltimore at 3-2. I don't know exactly why that is. Maybe it's because Joe Flacco keeps turning the ball over. I don't know.
Sure.
But I like the Green Bay Packers. I'm going with the visiting team. That brings us to Buffalo, where the Bills are hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. Fresh off a big win over the Patriots. Who do you have?
I'm taking Cincinnati. And I know my guy Soul Man, he's going to be happy about that pick. Nah. But I think that the Cincinnati Bengals are looking real good after that win over the New England Patriots. I don't think the Bills are going to be able to get the job done. I think Cincinnati's better.
I see so much potential in Buffalo, and I like a lot of what they're doing, but Cincinnati has the hot hand. They're playing good football. I'm going with the Bengals as well. Detroit at 3-2 is getting ready to face the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland at the Dog Pound. Cleveland, a surprising 3-2. They keep reeling off wins. Can they keep it going?
And listen, Detroit, are they going to be playing Megatron this week?
That seems to be a major factor. I don't know. He was a major surprise inactive last week. Shook up a lot of fantasy rosters. Ruined Matt Stafford's day.
I'm saying either way, it don't matter. Cleveland's winning this game.
This is a tough one for me. I really like the Lions. I like Reggie Bush. I like Stafford. But we need Megatron. If you tell me I can count on Megatron, I say Detroit takes the game. Since I obviously can't do that right now, I'm going to go with Cleveland. I'm going to go with the home team as well here. And next up, we've got the Houston Texans hosting the St. Louis Rams.
Well, I think Houston's looking for a win this week. I mean, these are 2-2-3 teams, but one of them, they're supposed to be lights out. I think Houston's going to get the job done at home this weekend, too.
I think Houston is wounded right now.
Arian Foster, he's coming on strong.
But they're still going to share the ball. Ben Tate's going to get his carries.
Yeah.
I think the St. Louis Rams make this a close game, but I think the Houston Texans pull one out. They certainly should. They should not be sitting at 2-3 right now. We've got the Panthers, 1-3. That's got to be a surprise for a lot of people. And they're facing the Minnesota Vikings, 1-3. Not a surprise to me. I was down on Minnesota all year. I think that's a bit of a surprise to you.
It is. But honestly, both of these teams are underachieving, if you ask me. 1-3? Nah. I wouldn't picture that for Carolina or Minnesota to begin the season.
I'm riding up the heights. Oh, shame. I'm waiting for the call, the hand on the chest. I'm ready for the fight and fate. The sound of iron shocks is stuck in my head. The thunder of the drums dictates the rhythm of the fast, a number of days, the rising of the hearts ahead. From the dawn of time to the end of days, I will have to run away. I want to feel the pain and the bitter taste of the blood on my lips again.
Right now, I'm going with Minnesota. Adrian Peterson, he's looking real good. I can't say anything about that.
I'm going to take Carolina here. I don't know what's going to happen in Minnesota with the quarterback, but I know what's going to happen in Carolina with the quarterback. Cam Newton is playing good football.
So is
That's
Castle.
a good defense. I'm going with the Carolina Panthers.
I gotta disagree with you there. Cam Newton's not playing good at all. This past weekend, he didn't throw a touchdown through 3 picks.
But he's got Steve Smith. How old is Steve Smith? When do we need a new receiver? I mean, maybe yesterday.
They got Ted again.
Ted Ginn, but also not necessarily a game breaker. Well, he is a game breaker. He's just not a steady, consistent number 1 or number 2.
The last few weeks, he has been.
Greg Olsen is behind Steve Smith in targets on that team. Like,
that's cool.
That's the number 2 option. I don't know how cool that is. Like, I think Cam needs a little more. I like Cam, but I still think he's playing well.
Should be slot receiver. Teddy Ginn's a threat.
Teddy Ginn is a threat.
And I think him and Cam got some chemistry.
He can return as well, too, but
yeah,
Cam might deserve a little better. I guess that's my argument. We've got Oakland at 2-3, and they're playing Kansas City at 5-0 at home. That's getting to be a big home field advantage. I mean, we've seen some crazy stuff going on there at Arrowhead. Kansas City, the Raiders, who do you take?
I'm going with Oakland.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
Oh. And you were giving me a hard time about some of my picks.
You know, earlier I was thinking that Kansas City could be a little bit consistent.
The Raiders.
Terrell Pryor is unpredictable. And we've seen he could put up points. And that's something that Kansas City can't do. Alex Smith? Nah. He's not the one, man.
They're 5-0.
I don't care.
They're 5-0.
They won't be after this weekend. I'm going with Oakland. Are you taking Kansas City?
I'm taking Kansas City. They're 5-0.
I don't care.
They're undefeated. It's the Raiders. It's still the Raiders at the end of the day. I like Terrell Pryor, too.
I got a good feeling. Maybe I should call them. Maybe I should call Oakland when Oakland's at home. But I just see Kansas City getting upset with this one.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, 0-4. Another team rocking the donut. They're playing the New York Jets. We've been making fun of them all year.
I'm going with the Jets.
You've been picking them here and there. Although, I don't know, have they rewarded you?
I
know they let you down.
I think they let me down. Every week I thought they were going to win, they lost. So this week I think they might lose, so I'm going with the Jets. That's logic.
Pittsburgh is coming off a bye week.
Been preparing.
They've been preparing.
But I don't like Pittsburgh.
It's Mike Tomlin. It's
I do
Big
not like
Ben,
them. I don't like
Antonio Brown.
Ooh.
I'm picking Pittsburgh. And
Antonio
let me
Brown,
say this.
He's no Plaxico.
Let me say this. I'm going to say 2 things about this pick. I'm picking Pittsburgh.
You did
and
that
if I
before.
lose, I'm done. If I lose, I'm wrong about Big Ben. I'm wrong about Tomlin. If they come out of the bye and they lose this one, I'm done.
Against a streaking Jets team.
Also, if I miss on
Jets.
this one, picking Pittsburgh, I shall not doubt the Jets again. I don't care if they play Denver. I might go with the Jets because obviously they've excelled and proven me wrong.
It wasn't that long ago they were beating Denver.
I'm taking Pittsburgh. I'm taking Pittsburgh.
Well, this week, Michael Vick, I don't think he's playing. I couldn't be happier. No, let me not say that. I just wish we were playing him this week. Because I think that even without Vick, Philadelphia against Tampa Bay, I think Philly's winning it.
I agree with you. Tampa Bay is in shambles. I mean, there can be no doubt about that.
Siano's got his guy, though.
He does. Well, and it might be a downgrade. We don't know. There's not enough there. But we knew what they had in Josh Freeman, and somehow they dismantled that. Philadelphia seems to be able to move the football regardless of who's at quarterback. We just don't know if they're going to score, and we don't know what's going to happen on defense. But I'm going to take them over Tampa Bay.
Yeah. Now, who do you think's faster, Revis or Deshaun Jackson?
Oh, Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson might be the fastest guy in the league right now.
I think he is. I think it's a toss-up between him and Shady, Sean McCoy.
Both on the same offense.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got the team with the ugliest helmets ever. The Jacksonville Jaguars and those two-tone. Oh, they're awful.
I don't like the mascot. Have you seen those videos of him?
I don't know. We've got the Jags at 0-5.
Oh, yeah.
Flip it up to 5-0.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message. I love you. Now, back to our show.
Broncos, that's who they're playing. Do we need to go there?
You know the last 3 times these teams played, Jaguars won.
Yeah, but does that matter?
I'm calling the upset.
No.
Jacksonville. No.
It's official. He took
I'm
Jacksonville
not.
and
I
moved.
did not take Jacksonville.
I think it's official.
I unofficially just rescinded that comment. I don't know what I was thinking.
It would be a brave thing to do.
It would be
It would be
wrong
courageous.
thing. The wrong. I went courageous with the Jets. I'm done. Now I'm making solid picks. You know the Broncos are going to win. I guess the only thing we should be discussing is by how much.
32.
So you think
Broncos win by 32. I don't even know if that's mathematically feasible, but 32.
I'm going 30. No.
You're just trying to copy me.
I'm going way higher.
Way higher.
I'm going
Way
50.
higher. You think they're going to drop a 50 burger and Jacksonville doesn't score? Stranger things have happened. Tennessee, 3-2.
Yeah.
Lost Jake Locker. How much does that matter when they come to Seattle to face the Seahawks?
Matters a lot.
They've got Ryan Fitzpatrick.
No, who? I'm the best Ryan there is.
I think this is going to be a good tonic for the Seattle Seahawks coming off their first loss.
Yeah.
Home team, Seattle. I take them.
I can't fault you. I think it's going to be closer than you probably do, though.
We'll see.
I think it's going to be a slugfest.
Next up, we've got 5-0
Yeah.
and 4-1, and I'm sure everybody's really bummed out. If Tom Brady had threw another touchdown pass last week, all right, that would have given him the shot to top Drew Brees or tie him with the record this week, but it didn't happen. A lot of people are upset, but still, we've got Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints coming to New England to face Belichick and the Pats. Who do you take?
Did you see Brady's outfit last week? I'm going with the Saints.
Last week was rough for New England.
Yeah.
But
His outfit was rough too.
that's an irregularity, okay? And Brady is going to atone for that. This is a tough game. New Orleans coming to town. I think that the Patriots wind up with the Patriots. Did I say 7.0? 7.0. Hell's Bell, we're loving it.
Thank you, Hell's Bell.
The Patriots, they're 4-2 coming out of this one. And the Saints are going to stay undefeated. I think that they're on fire right now. The Patriots have been a little shaky all year.
So you're
Last
going
year that
Saints?
they stumbled. Yeah, I'm going Saints.
I'm going Saints too.
Arizona, 3-2. The Cardinals, that might be a little surprising to some. And they're playing the 49ers at 3-2. So this is an important divisional game early in the season. Who do you take?
Well, that's your division.
It's my division.
I know you know a lot about those two teams. So who you think is going to win this match?
I think the 49ers take this one. I still think that Seattle and San Fran are the cream of the division. But that Arizona team is a lot feistier than people may have foreseen. And the big thing with them is the defense. Now,
Yep.
Larry Fitzgerald is certainly glad Carson Palmer came to town. That has been a big boost to him. But that defense has played surprisingly well. I would say maybe surprisingly, people who were watching last year, the defense was on fire, but they got no help, and they eventually fell apart. So maybe that's not a big surprise, but that's a sound defense. I think this is a close game that the 49ers win.
I agree with you. I think the 49ers are going to take it, but I don't think it's going to be that easy.
No. All right, this is a tough one for you to call, I'm
That's
sure.
not tough at all.
There's no bias here.
no tough at all.
It's just the Washington Redskins coming to Dallas. Sunday night football. Redskins 1-3.
Oh my God.
Very disappointing start. Everybody was expecting a lot out of the Redskins. RG3 said he was fine. Obviously that wasn't the case. The Dallas Cowboys 2-3. All right, so they're doing better than Washington. That's still nothing to be proud of, but they're coming off of a game effort against the Denver Broncos. Who do you take on Sunday night football?
This Sunday, the Washington Redskins will be coming to town
We went to the Rock.
against the Dallas Cowboys. RG3, Alfred Morris. Do you think these guys matter to the Cowboys? It doesn't matter who Washington brings out. The Dallas Cowboys lost last week. We got destroyed emotionally by the Denver Broncos in that one interception. But this week we're playing against these scrubby Redskins that sit at 1-3 And I think the Cowboys are going to take it.
The Redskins at 1-3, I'll agree. They are scrubby. Don't know if it's a word. I'm in agreement. You know who's also scrubby? The Dallas Cowboys at 2-3. Right. And I'll give you this. Tony Romo, it's very possible that he outplayed Peyton Manning last week.
5 touchdowns, 1 interception. Manning 4 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Defense didn't do as well. They let him down. He gets outplayed this week. Cowboys go down. I'm taking the Skins.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I'm taking the Skins.
No, you didn't.
Coming to Dallas and taking away the victory.
Not this early in the season.
I'm taking it. I'm taking the Skins.
I'm going Dallas through and through.
Beers&Beards.
We're drinking responsibly.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Henny.
This is Beers&Beards. Now it's time for our hot routes. Where are you going for the hot route? What are you dialing up? What do you want to talk about?
Well, I know one of our watchers, viewers, cool people that pay attention to football,
I'll give him all first.
and drink beers.
Oh, no.
My
Okay.
man Mike Campbell, Soup Man,
Mike.
227. Everybody follow him. Mike's question is, I find that you guys have an excellent sports show. Thanks, Mike. This beer is for you.
That's Soup Man, not Soul Man.
Soup Man,
Don't get confused.
227,
Soup Man.
like 227.
Soup Man.
Would you care to weigh in on the Tim Tebow situation?
There's your hot route.
Fair treatment? Hey, Soup Man, thanks for throwing this one my way. I think this Tim Tebow thing is a miscarriage of justice. The boy got 2 national championships. He's got leadership qualities. You could teach him how to throw the ball. I think the right system, the right coach, the right coordinator, I think he could be successful. I could actually think of 6 teams he could start on, to be honest with you, including my Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, that is so low.
Well, I'm just saying.
Romo just had 500 yards.
Romo, listen to me now.
500 yards.
Romo is Bizarro, right? Tebow is Superman, okay? Romo is going to be great quarter 1, 2, and 3, and then in the 4th quarter, man, you just don't know.
You're taking crazy pills.
Tim Tebow is the opposite. Tim Tebow, first 3 quarters, terrible. 4th quarter seals the deal. Bring him in on a 2-minute drive, any team, and he'll win it. And that's why I think he deserves a spot in the NFL. I think it's a conspiracy.
All I'm saying
Tebow.
is if you're running a pass and play,
Yeah.
game's on the line.
Yeah.
You're running a pass and
He
play.
beat the Steelers.
You got Tebow.
The Steelers.
You got me.
Tomlin. Wait, hold on.
It's even money. Pass and play. Pass and play. Let's say 10 to 15
I'll give you
yard
that.
pass and play.
I'll give you that.
Tebow or me. I can't. That's
Listen.
erroneous at best. But seriously though, I mean, Tebow. All right. So yeah, I'd like to see Tebow get another shot. I think he warranted another shot. He played extremely well in the playoffs with Denver against the Patriots. I got you there. Better than Romo. Coming off a 500
Has Romo
yard
ever played
game.
like that in a playoff game?
Oh, he's fumbled the snap on the kickoff.
I know.
Tebow though, the thing with Tebow is the noise that comes with Tebow. That's what teams are trying to avoid. If that noise wasn't there, all right, if all the hype wasn't there and the fans with their campaigns and
That's not his
all
fault.
that, it's not his fault. But if that wasn't there, he'd be on a team right now. He would be on the team right now if not for that.
So you're saying that you think there may be some credence to Tim Tebow getting
I'm not saying that's a conspiracy. I'm just saying there are teams that would invest in him right now if
But-
he didn't come with all the noise. But
So that ain't
because
got
of
nothing
all
to do with his on-field production.
I said earlier when we were chatting about this, and I'll say it again: if he went to Denver right now with this ridiculous season Peyton Manning is having, if he went to Denver right now, there would probably be a few people chanting Tebow in the stands. All right,
That's cool.
Wanting to see Tebow on the field. That's the simple truth of the matter. All right,
That's cool.
You get those people with Tebow. You can't have one or the other. If you get Tebow, the noise comes
I
with
think
it.
somewhere like
The
Kansas
noise is
City.
what turns teams off. Kansas City's 5-0.
I don't care. Alex Smith sucks. Tebow's better than Smith. Tebow could throw those little 15 and 10 yard passes.
As good as I
Tebow can make Donnie Avery look like Percy Harvin. It's Tebow.
You're overselling.
Are you serious?
You're overselling.
I mean, I'm just saying, Alex Smith is terrible.
You're making Tebow sound like Geno Smith.
No, I'm just, realistically, he was Geno Smith. Last year, if the Jets would have played him, they would be 3-2 at this point in the season. Matter of fact, by now, they'd probably be better. I'm rolling with Tebow.
We just got Tebowed.
At least we didn't get Romo.